and fan Joe Bell. Big D back here again with another unboxing. So yesterday in the mail, when I got home from hanging out with Cobb, I got a box in the mail, and lo and behold, it's from my buddy Bobby out there on the East Coast. It's kind of funny. I got a good friend now, and he's actually on the other side of the country from me. It always kind of baffles me about that. It just seems so weird. But Bobby, who has become an incredible friend, especially this last year, he sent me another care package of a bunch of movies. He let me know about a week ago this was coming, and then it showed up yesterday. I mean, this is awesome. This is just awesome. Nobody really knows about this. I don't really talk too much about my personal life on this channel, but my family's had to endure some really, really terrible things the last couple months. Some really terrible things. And we've been really struggling a lot. And this really does my heart. This really means a lot to me. I have not had any good news in a couple months. Seems like everything that's come along has been bad. And so to get this in the mail, Bobby, you don't understand what this means to me. It's like a little light, you know, and I really, really do appreciate this. So many bad things have happened to us in the last couple months. I haven't seen that light in that amount of time, so I don't really want to go into too much what's going on with this right now, but suffice to say, somebody very close to us got a really bad diagnosis. We're having some issues with our home right now, our rental unit, I guess you want to say, and we're having a few other really serious problems, things that I've never had to deal with before in my 49 years of existence. So to get this box in the mail, it really means more to me than I can ever express. So I'm not trying to make this video down or anything like that, but I also want to explain to you why my videos, which I used to be putting out on a regular 3 and 4 a week, haven't been so much lately. I've honestly been dealing with a lot of really personal stuff that I've just never dealt with before, that I've never had to deal with before, and never been confronted with before, and I'm just struggling through it. So excuse me, I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me and stuff like that, and I really appreciate Bobby. Bobby, once again, has come through. I mean, it's like he knows when I'm not doing good or I'm having problems, because all of a sudden something like this shows up out of the blue, and that's, I mean, you can't, I really am at a loss of words. So I have not opened this. I purposely told Bobby I wanted to do an unboxing of this, so I did take off the label because I didn't want to, nobody needs to know where he lives. I do, but you don't. So, and, but I wanted to open this in front of everybody and show what Bobby sent, because it's just so wonderful that he did this for me. So, let's go ahead. So let me get my knife, and I'm going to pop this open here. You taped it up really well, man. There's some good stuff. All right, let's see here. You know, I wish Amazon would pack this well. Man, all right, let's get started. Ooh. First one we got in here is a triple feature. Dragon Hunter, Puss in Boots, and Luke and Lucky Blu-ray. Nice. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. All right. All right, next. I'll pull a couple of these out. Inoperable. Oh, that's the Danielle Harris movie. All right. I've seen this before. I haven't seen it, but I've seen it in stores before. Nice. Okay. I've always been a big fan of Danielle Harris ever since Halloween 4 and 5. I've followed her career, so this is awesome. Very cool. The Last House of Cemetery Lane, another horror movie. Awesome. Very, very cool. Nice. All right. Cool. All right. There's a lot of movies in here, man. Here's a few other ones here. Wow. Okay. I'm just going to say, wow. I haven't seen The Matrix in this case, man, since it first came out on DVD. You remember these things? The flippers? Like you pop it open and flip it open and it got the stuff inside. Like the flipper thing. This was Warner Brothers and New Line used these snapper cases where a lot of the other would use your traditional case. Oh my God, I haven't seen this movie in this case. This is part of my collection now. Do I have this on 4K? Yes, but I'm going to keep this part of my collection. I always kind of regretted getting rid of it because I actually like the cover artwork. So, man, I haven't seen this movie in this, the old clams. Oh, look at this. That's right, even folded out. Some of them used to fold out so you have more information and stuff like that. I remember when I worked at Suncoast when DVDs first started coming out, and you had Warner Brothers and New Line that were putting out the snapper cases, and you had other studios that were putting out the clamshell, more traditional clamshell And I remember the big fight it was because there were different sizes and there were different issues, and people didn't like these so much because the cover wasn't protected. So like if you spilled on this, you could get, you could actually ruin the, because this is just the cardboard, right? You could actually ruin the cover, whereas these more traditional cases, you could spill it as a plastic on it, wouldn't hurt anything. I remember working at some kinds of people bringing these things back because they would tear really easily sometimes, or they were easy to damage. People come, I hate these cases, so I remember these things so much. And it was just Warner Bros. And New Line. I don't recall any other studios doing these things. It was just basically Warner Bros., who owns New Line, chose this packaging. So you can actually take the packaging completely apart. You can actually pop these sides open. You can actually take the whole cardboard case out. Just leave you with a little plastic insert for the disc. It's kind of funny, but that's awesome. That is so awesome. All right, next we're getting down here. The next is the Golden Compass. Okay, I will be honest. I have never seen this before, so I've always been a little curious, but I've just never really, I don't know, never put much like what do I want to say? I've seen it a few times and just like, all right. I've never given it as much thought as I probably should have, but this is cool. Thank you. It's definitely something I don't own. I'll definitely be checking it out. Right on. All right, next in here, we have the Baytown Outlaws, the Billy Bob Thornton. All right. Definitely another one I do not own. Very, very cool. Big fan of Billy Bob's too. Come on, Bad Santa. I mean, man, I think I watch that every Christmas. All right, next is, I think this is the one he was telling me about. Yeah, the Severin release of No Way Home with Tim Ross and James Russo. Very, very cool. Oh, it's a limited edition too. Look at that. Very, very. He told me about this when he got an extra copy. He's like, I'm sending it to you. This is awesome. I'm a big fan of Severin films. I got a whole section over there on my bookshelf of just Severin's movies. I like the way the products they put out. I have never heard of this movie before, but I am a big fan of Tim Roth's for sure. So very cool. Thanks, Bobby. This is awesome, man. This is awesome. Especially because I know how much these things cost, so I really do appreciate it, man. I really, really do. Severin movies aren't cheap, so I really appreciate that. Next, what's this? Next one is called Dead Sight. Nice. I want to say, I've seen this in a store before. It looks familiar. I definitely haven't seen it, but I don't know why it looks familiar. The back looks familiar. The front doesn't look familiar to me at all, but the back does. This I don't know why. Is this the one about the blind guy? Maybe he was blind and like during the zombie apocalypse or something like that. I know I've read about this, but I've not. So this is cool. Thank you. It's got slipcover too. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Now. This is awesome. Oh man, this is so awesome. This movie, oh man, this movie goes back, man. I used to, when this first came out, it was on HBO, and I remember I used to watch it like every day. Cheech Marin to me is pure comedic genius in this movie. I mean, it's just, oh man. I think my favorite parts of the movie were with Paul Rodriguez. He comes over the border and he goes to Cheech Marin's house, and they've got their answering machine. This is because the movie's dated here, so they got a telephone answering machine, but it's behind this picture of Jesus. So people are calling, and it looks like the Jesus picture is speaking, and Paul Rodriguez is like on the ground, like praying, going, "Oh my God!" It's absolutely hilarious. Oh man, I love this movie. This movie is so much fun, so great. Thank you. That is awesome. All right, next in here is Beyond the Sky. All right. Ooh, it's got a slipcover too. No way. That guy. Okay, tell me or not. This guy right here. Tell me you have not seen him in like everything. I know he was in Armageddon, but he pops up everywhere. What's his name? Peter Stormare. He pops up everywhere, man. I'm serious. Like a bunch of my favorite TV shows he's popped up in, movies he's popped up in, and a sci-fi movie. So I am totally stoked. Love it. Wait, is that D? Wait a minute. That's D. D. Wallace is in there too from Cujo. Right on. Nice. All right. New sci-fi flick to watch. All right. Next is The Last Witness. Looks interesting. Looks like it's like a World War II thing, like set during World War II. British government. Yeah. All right. Very cool. Nice. It's got a slipcover too. Nice. Very cool. Next, getting down here. Oh, The Odds. Okay, there's one I've never seen. That looks really interesting. What are you willing to lose for $1 million? I don't know. You name it. Very cool. All right. Action, suspense, squirm in your seat, tension. That's what I'm talking about. I love movies like that. You know, some of the best movies out there are the ones that aren't scary, but they make you squirm so much because they're giving you anxiety, stuff like that. You're like, ah. That's why I love movies, because movies can literally do that to you. They can give you anxiety, they can give you fear, they can do all these things to you while you're sitting in your home. So, awesome. Thank you. Slip curtain. This is awesome. Next we have, yes, a classic. I don't remember seeing it boxed this way. Dances with Wolves. Probably one of my favorite, honestly, one of my top favorite movies of all time. Speaking of that, Bobby and I talked recently, and he was looking for me to do like my top 10 favorite movies of all time, stuff like that. I do actually have something in the works. It's been in the works for a really long time, but I do have something in the works for that will be coming out soon. My top favorite movies of all time. So, this is a great movie. You can't go wrong with John Dunbar. Dance with Wolves is such a good movie. All right. And I think this is the last one. Ooh, all right. Halloween 2018 with Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay. All right, the DVD. I do not have the DVD. I have the Blu-ray. I do not have the DVD. Awesome. Sweet. That's actually really cool. I'm really weird. Okay, so this is something I've never shared before on this channel. I'm really weird about this. So when I get a movie, I'm somebody that likes to have the movie, and even if it's a cheap movie, I would love to get as many versions of it as possible. What I mean by that is, you know, I like to have at least the Blu-ray and the DVD for every movie I have. Now, it doesn't mean that I'll go out and go, hey, I picked up, you know, I picked up, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a movie here, 10 Commandments, the 4K. I got that recently. You know, I picked that up, and it's like, okay, I got the 4K and the Blu-ray. I still like to have the DVD. I like to have that just in case if I have the movie and I'm somewhere, you know, if I'm somewhere and I'll have a DVD player and I have that movie with me. It's really weird. I don't know why I'm like this, but I've been like this for a long time. I don't actively go out and go, okay, I just bought Wonder Woman 84, and that's the Blu-ray and I got the Blu-ray and the 4K combo. I need to go buy the DVD now. I don't do that. But if I can go to the Dollar Tree or something like that, and I can find a version of it later for $1, I usually will pick it up to have it as a complete set. That way I've got 3 different versions of it, or 2 different versions if it's just a Blu-ray, there's no 4K of it, whatever. I won't necessarily, I don't buy the VHSs anymore, stuff like that, but I will like to have at least a Blu-ray and a DVD of majority of my movies, because you don't know. There's certain situations, I've gone to places before, and sometimes I have a little carry case, I'll bring my movies with me. If we go to like on vacation, something like that, and you'll go into a rental place, and they don't have a Blu-ray, but they have a DVD player in the thing, you know, or something like that. So I like, and it's weird. And I think a lot of this falls back in the day when Blu-ray players first started coming out. They were really expensive. My first Blu-ray player ended up being, I actually had a standalone unit. I did not get the PlayStation 3 right away. So, but it was one of those things where even when I got the Blu-ray player, they were so expensive that I was always worried that I wanted to have a DVD backup, because, you know, if my Blu-ray player broke down, I couldn't afford the $200-300 they were back then to buy another one. So it was just easier to, Blu-ray player's not working, that's okay, I got the DVD too, I can still watch that movie. So I've never dropped that. I am still that way to this day. I still feel like when I get something like this going right in with I have a steelbook of this. It's a 4K and the Blu-ray. This is going in there with it. So now I have, in my opinion, I got a complete set now of this movie, which makes me ecstatic. So, I've always been that way. It's really weird. Leave me a comment below. Is there anybody else that's like that? I seriously doubt it. I'm probably the freak of the freaks, but it's always been that way. I just, once I can get a Blu-ray, especially if I can, 4K is kind of like, that's nice, but if I can get a Blu-ray and a DVD of the movie, I'm complete. I'm fine. I don't need to get any other versions of it or anything like that. If I've got one of each, it's how I am. So leave me a comment below and let me know if you think the same thing or whatever. But I think that's it in the box. Yeah. So, man, again, this is awesome. It's a lot of new movies and stuff like that in here. This is not... I really wasn't expecting this. And even when Bobby said he had a few things to send, I didn't think it was going to be this much. I thought it was like 3 or 4 movies, which I was extremely stoked about. And I've been bouncing around all week around the house going, when is coming? When's coming? But I didn't think it was going to be this much. So again, Bobby, thank you so much, man. You really made my week. You really did. This means more to me than I can convey on this episode. And I really, 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 truly appreciate it, man. I am gonna. My wife and I. My wife designs cards, so we're gonna be sending you a little something here pretty soon. Once I'm kind of back up on my feet a little bit. Just an appreciation. I know you'll be like, don't worry about it, but I do in this case because this is not the first time you've done this for me, and it really means the world to me, man. This is not the first time you've come through for me when I feel like I'm just like everything's going down the toilet. All of a sudden, something from you shows up, so it's almost kind of like And again, I truly appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, the guy's an inspiration, man. He's lost a bunch of weight. He's changed. He's making these changes. He's doing all this stuff, and he's like a total inspiration, man. So again, thank you so much, Bobby, and thank you guys all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Thank you for just being really cool. I really appreciate it, man. You guys, again, I don't do this for money. I do this because I love movies, and I do this because it's a great kind of extracurricular activity to do to kind of get my mind off a lot of the stuff that's going on, not just at home but around the world, So I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me, and there'll be more videos to come. I got some more stuff to come. Matter of fact, with this video today, I'll be posting my weekly news today, and then tomorrow there should be a Cobb review coming up because Cobb and I reviewed Willy's Wonderland. So that should be tomorrow, and I'll be posting today after this video. If you watch this video, if you look again, you should see the video for my weekly news one. But I wanted to get this one done and posted first because this one really means a lot to me, and I just want to be able to show my appreciation to Bobby. And there goes my cat. As you can see, come here. I don't think I've ever introduced you guys before. This is Tilly Kitty. We got her, I think I may have showed it to you before. We got her from the pet rescue back in November of last year after the big fires of the Santa Cruz Mountains. She was an abandoned kitty. So we picked her up and made her part of our family, and she has become such an integral part of our family. It's incredible. She is the coolest, most laid-back cat you've ever met. Go ahead, baby. So she just decided to jump up there and say, hey. So maybe you can still see her tail going over there. So a little side note, Tilly decided to come on and say hi. So again, thank you guys all so much for watching. Like, subscribe, the bell. You know those three things. Be on the lookout for more videos. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I got my shot, so I am fully vaccinated, although I did get the J&J, the Johnson & Johnson, so I'm kind of in this little area right now. I'm waiting for my time period to come up. I just got the shot a week ago today, actually. So we'll see what happens. But looking forward to, once this all kicks in, to be able to go back out there. Well, my wife and I are already trying to plan our first trip back to the movie theaters, which that's extremely exciting. I don't know what movie it's going to be yet. We're going to go back to, but we are starting to look at now planning, as some of the theaters around my town are now starting to open back up again and stuff like that. We are now planning on going back to the movies, which for me, it's been over a year since I've been to a theater. And to be brutally honest with you, since I was 7 years old, I've never gone a year without seeing a movie in theaters. So this long of a drought has been the weirdest thing in the world. I almost kind of forget what it's like to go to an actual movie, so it's probably going to be a pretty exciting experience. So, but that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please take care and be safe out there. Really be safe out there. There's a lot of craziness going on, and I just want everybody to be safe. Thank you for watching the video and everything else. And as always, live long and prosper. Bye. One last thing. I know I read the video, but I was going back through the movies that Bobby had sent me, and I was looking about the first one that I showed you guys again. It was these 3 cartoons, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I was reading a little bit more about it, and I'm wondering if Bobby sent this to me for one simple reason. The second movie in here is Puss in Boots, but who's in it? My man. And I think I've said this before, but I haven't. I am a huge William Shatner fan. I have been a huge William Shatner fan since I was 5 years old, started watching Star Trek. Shatner's my man. I got to meet him. I got pictures with him, so I didn't realize till now, so I'm wondering, did he see this too? So he may like that. So thanks, Bobby. That's actually really awesome. You can add this. I didn't even know he was in this, so I can add this to my Shatner collection. So I just wanted to jump in really quick and say that. Then I thought that was really funny when I went back. I was like, wait a second, because the first one's got Forrest Whitaker in it, and the last one's got Billy Ray Cyrus, at least a song by Billy Ray Cyrus. I did not see the Shatner, so there you go. So again, thanks, Bobby. That is absolutely awesome. Take care, guys. Bye.